dream. يعني, and we know that there are different ways of interpreting a dream. Like we had the question about someone's teeth falling out, right? There is a general way of interpreting a dream, the arithmetic 1 + 1 = 2, and there is a specific way of interpreting a dream dealing with the person's life and lifestyle. Sister Fulana sees a spider, it means this, because that's how Sister Fulana is living. Sister Alana sees a spider, and it doesn't mean that, it means something else because she has a different lifestyle. All right, as we've explained. In general, we have interpretations of spiders from the Muslims and from non-Muslims. All right, interpretation from the Middle East and interpretation from the Western countries and other parts of the world. What I've come across and what I've learned and studied and heard from the scholars of Islam is that seeing a spider in a dream is based off of the mention of the spider in the Quran and Surah Al-Ankabut. All right, and Allah mentions that the weakest house or the most feeble place of living is that of the spider's web, the cobweb, the spider web. So some ulama, they say that when you see a spider, it means that a person is going to have problems in his or her house. You have problems, and you're going to have problems in your house. And some people mention that it's going to be marital problems, discord between husband and wife. And they say tafakkuk usari, that one's family could be broken up or split up. And that's because obviously there are different types of spiders, but we know from the most infamous spiders is the black widow. All right, it's a huge spider. And we know what scientists say about a black widow spider. Her size compared to the male is of no comparison. She's totally gargantuous compared to the male. She's huge, more powerful, stronger, faster, and even smarter. And what does she do with her mate? She eats them, kills them, after they mate, and after he gives her what she needs to produce those little baby spiders. And she takes the baby spiders and she carries them and she wraps them up in the web and she leaves them for his fate. So some of the ulama, they say that this means that there's going to be problems in one's house with one's husband. And that's because of the nature of the spider and what the spider does with the male. Obviously, this isn't absolute, whereas all spiders aren't black widow spiders. There are different types of spiders, hundreds of species, if not thousands of spiders, etc. So this is what some of the ulama say. But it would depend on one's lifestyle. If you're having good things with your husband, you're not fighting, things are good, inshallah khair. As far as if things aren't going so good, then perhaps that could be one of the interpretations. All right, that's general, ready-made garment, one size fits all. It's not specific interpretation to a specific sister's life. Some people, they mention that a spider can have positive meanings, such as that which the spider does of weaving. Spiders weave. They make webs. And they say this means that you're going to accomplish something in your life. And that you're going to do something fruitful and beneficial. You're going to put something together that's going to be a success. Like weaving an intricate web. All right. Others, they say spiders could mean entrapment. That you're going to get caught up in something. Somebody's scheming against you. There's somebody, a man or a woman, who's scandalous. And they're trying to trick you and trap you. Similar to that which the black widow does with her mate. Or with the helpless miskeen fly. The fly comes, the spider feigns weakness and ignorance and is not aware, and the next thing you know, bang, spider has the fly, and the fly is now lunch for the spider. All right, so these are some of the most important interpretations of seeing a spider in your dream. And it also depends on what type of spiders you see in your dream and how many spiders. One spider is not like seeing a nest of spiders, a bunch of them crawling on you. It's not the same. So it's different. It's different levels of what? Of spiders. And Allah surely knows best. Question 2. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I attended a class some time ago in which the teacher mentioned that some snakes are jinn. She then mentioned that in the event a snake is found in your home, one should speak to the snake saying Allahu Akbar and command it to leave your home. Then the person should leave. When the person returns and finds the snake still in their home, then they should kill it because it is a jinn. Is there any truth to this? Is this authentic? How can we get information on this? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you. There are authentic hadiths that prove this, that there are certain snakes in the house that are shape shifters, actually jinn. We know there are different types of jinn. There are jinn that stay and move. There are jinn that fly. And there are jinn that take the form of snakes and vipers. All right? There are snakes that take the jinn that take the form of serpents. There are. So therefore, if there's a jinn in your house, or if there's a snake in your house, ask it to leave. Command it to leave. Implore it to leave. Mention Allah and ask it to leave. And then you give it 3 days. And if it doesn't leave for 3 days, then you kill it. As far as if it's a specific type of snake, such as the snake that doesn't have a tail, a snake in which the tail is cut off, maqtu' al-dhanab. What does that mean? Does it mean the rattle is missing? A rattlesnake without a rattle? Or does it mean a snake that's tail has been cut off, is butted, or it's been removed at the end? And secondly, is a snake that has 2 black lines on its back. Some of the ulama, they say these 2 snakes are not to be warned. They're not to be given a chance to leave. They're to be killed immediately because they have a very high level of venom, and they cause miscarriage, and they cause blindness of the eye. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala surely knows best. Question 3. Assalamu alaikum. In a book, a description of the regular sunnah prayers, the Shaykh mentions that it is disliked / impermissible to offer the sunnah prayer immediately after the fard salat without speaking or moving. Hadith by Ibn Ata Ibn Abi Khuwar. What is the longest you can have between the fard and sunnah salawat, i.e. Isha? If Isha came in at 8, can you pray sunnah for that 9-10 p.m.? Barakallahu feek wa jazakallahu khairan. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah bless you as well. Obviously, that's a difficult thing to answer. Something being haram / disliked. Ala kulli hal, the sunnah is that when you finish the fard prayer, is to make the dhikr of Allah. The tasbih, the takbir, the tahleel, the tahmeed. Recite the quls. Allahumma anta salam wa minka salam. Astaghfirullah, Allahu Akbar, etc. The authentic sunnah about making the adhkar right after the salah. And then afterwards, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, if you want to make dua, you can do so. And if you want to make your nafila prayers, you can do so. Even though the nafila prayers are recommended to be made in one's house. But if it's a sister praying in the house and she wants to make the nafil prayers, make the dhikr afterwards. It doesn't necessarily mean it's haram. Okay, al-muhim, make the sunnah dhikr after the fard prayers, and then you can perform the nafila prayers. Alright? As far as how long do you have, then it depends. The asl is that the nafila is connected to the fard, and it should be done in a relatively short period of time after the fard. It should be done in a relatively short period of time after the fard. So if Isha comes in at 8 and you finish at 8:15, and you get up and you do something, or you have something to attend to, and you make your sunnah at 9 p.m., bi-idhnillah, hopefully there's nothing wrong with that. La haraj, inshaAllah. La haraj. Isha is still in, it's still relatively close. La haraj, inshaAllah. But if you forgot about them, or you were preoccupied, then that's a different issue with regards to making up nafila prayers. And the ulama, they differ on that. Is it permissible to make up missed sunnah prayers? Al-muhim, hopefully there's nothing wrong with that. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala surely knows best.